Alright, hello, welcome to another program tracing. This is one of those, I guess, easier ones, really, I should say, um, in which let's go and look. At a certain high school, students receive letter grades based on the following scale. If they have 93 or higher, they get an A. If they have 84 to 82, they get a B. 75 to 83 is a C, and anything below 75 is an F. Wow, they are strict. Yeah, now we have to figure out of these three code segments. I know you guys love it when they do 1, 2, 3. Of the three code segments, which one or ones are actually valid? You have to decide. So let's go and take a look at each of these, see if they work. Alright, let's start with this. If the score is greater than or equal to 93, grade equals A. Well, that's good so far. Checks off that 93 and above gets an A. If we were to give this program a 93, nice boundary case there. It looks like the grade would be A so far, which would be correct. We go through the rest of it. There are no else's here, so we're going to go through every single if statement, and this 93 better remain an A, otherwise it will be incorrect. So if score is greater than or equal to 84, it is. So that's checking off. And score is less than or equal to 92, it isn't. That doesn't check off, so we don't do that part. Okay, move on. If score is greater than or equal to 75, it is. And score is less than or equal to 83, it isn't. So it doesn't do this part. Grade still A, looking good. If score is less than 75, it is not. So we don't change it to F. There's nothing else here. Is our 93 still an A? It certainly is. Looks like it worked. Alright, so definitely, we know it's not A or B then, because we need something that includes 1 in it. So we're really trying to figure out if 2 and 3 are valid, because you'll notice there's nothing for 1 only. So let's look at to see if any of these things are valid. 1 is good. Let's see if 2 is. No, it isn't. It's garbage. So look at this thing here. This looks a lot like this if statement up here. Because if it's greater than, if 84 is less than or equal to score, it's the same as saying if score is greater than or equal to 84. And if score is less than or equal to 92, well, that's literally what was written up there before I put an X over it. So that would be fine in pseudocode. This is improper syntax. This breaks. That is not okay to do. You can't do that. That is not allowed. These things are all bad. Don't do them. Okay? This is improper. You cannot have 75 less than or equal to score less than or equal to 83 or anything like it. It would have to be 75 is less than or equal to score and score is less than or equal to 83, all that. It would have to actually be written out, score twice. Little weird, but that's a requirement. 2 is definitely not valid then, because it would break when you try to compile it. So if 2 is not valid, that means it can't be C because that includes 2, and it can't be E because that also includes 2. So we are left with D, and let's just go and confirm. If you're on an exam, just go on, but in this case, we'll confirm it. Okay, if you're on an exam and you don't have a lot of time, yeah, just move on. But otherwise, you can come back and check it. Alright, let's just look at 3, see if it is valid. Again, we're given a 93, and we do want an A. So let's see. Score is greater than or equal to 93. Okay. Grade equals A. Sounds fine so far. Else, this first if statement happened, so the else doesn't. So that else doesn't either. And that one doesn't either. 93 is still an A. Conversely, if we were to give, what are the other grades? 84, 75, and below. 84, so it's 84, 75, and anything below. Well, score is not greater than or equal to 93, so it doesn't do that. Else if score is greater than or equal to 84, it is, so we get a B. Else if, nope, don't do it. Else, nope, don't do it. Okay, that test case worked. 75, not greater than 93, so we went to our else if. First else if anyway. Score is greater than or equal to 84, it isn't, so we don't do that one either. Else if score is greater than or equal to 75, it is, so make it a C. And lastly is an else, which we don't do since since the if statement here happened. The else if, I should say, happened. So, and 75 should be C. Lastly, 74. That one, weirdly enough, gets us an F. So let's see. Score is not greater than or equal to 93 because it is currently equal to 74. Else if score is greater than 84, greater than or equal to, it is not. Else if it is not greater than or equal to 75 either, so we have to do our else. 74 becomes an F, and that is correct. So we know that for both of these, all these other ones work. Now you might be asking, wait, why did we do these extra test cases here? Well, we'll do them up here too. We should do them up here. Alright, 84 should be B, 75 should be C, and anything below that should be that. So, if we went in here, 84, if score is greater than or equal to 93, it is not, so we don't do that part. Then we move on. If score is greater than or equal to 84, it is, and it is less than or equal to 92. Both of those things are correct. Give it a B. Good so far. If it's greater than or equal to 75, it is, but is not less than or equal to 83. And lastly, it's not less than 75, so it doesn't change it. Keeps it as a B. That's good. Okay, 75. It's not greater than or equal to 93. It's not greater than or equal to 84. It is greater than or equal to 75, and it is less than or equal to 83, so we get a C. Lastly, if it is less than 75, it is not less than 75, so it does not change it to an F, keeps it as a C, which is correct. Lastly, anything below, like 74 here. 74 is not greater than or equal to 93. It is not greater than or equal to 84. Is not greater than or equal to 75. It is less than 75 because of 74, so it gets an F, and that's accurate to our scale here. There we are. So yeah, 1 definitely works, 3 definitely works, answer is D. Okay, so that's how you do that one.